Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Crash 4. Last time we unlocked Tana because we played her level, but so now we're going to go back and redo another level that's a more like dimensionally different level type thing, or whatever the game explained it as. So essentially, what these kind of are is, I guess you can consider them like little side things that you can do. However, they are a level of their own accord. So basically, yeah, let's see that box to the left there. Yeah, that was kind of... Okay, off to a great start. But anyway, pretty much, these are like, oh, if a thing happens in a level, then you could kind of just be like, oh, well, it happened because this character did something outside of that. Like, you don't know about that until, of course, after you play a level like this, which I think this one goes straight into the engine vehicle level thingy. I don't like playing Tana that much, as you can probably tell. You know what? I'm changing that goddamn adaptive controller crap, because this is getting on my nerves. I don't know if that's going to change it or not. It might. Let's see. No, it's still kind of hard to push. You might not be able to turn it off. I don't know. Game? Don't fuck with me. But basically, the boxes we get here are not going to count toward the boxes we get in that engine level where we run away from the truck. So have no fear. They are... I'm going to kill this guy first. They are, for what it's worth. Like, in all honesty, they technically count toward it, but you'll see what I mean when we get there. And just in case, I'm going to blow up those boxes, or take care of those boxes, sorry. Not blow them up. I'd rather not blow them up, because if I did, I'd probably die. Oh, come on, that was the last one, you know it. And just in case, just like classic Crash, you gotta make sure that you are jumping at the right period of time there. I probably just missed a box too, didn't I? That's the annoying thing about levels like this, is you have to really be on the lookout for just every place where you think a box probably could potentially be at. Because if you miss it, you're gonna miss that box and be screwed, so... yeah. Also, speaking of Crash stuff, I don't know how I did this, but I guess I pissed somebody else off again. Like usual. I got a dislike on my tiny little update video, and it's like, okay, so who's mad now this time? Like, is it just because I'm doing Crash 4 alongside everything else I said I was going to do first? Or is it just that it wasn't a really cool video, I guess? I don't know. It's just funny. Like, alright, I mean, you know, if you want to hate it, that's fine, but... I just don't understand why. That's all. Yeah, back down here, there is, of course, boxes, but there you go. Also, what really does kind of suck, speaking of, like, doing more stuff than I should be doing, like, I'm always consistently thinking about things that I want to do Let's Play-wise. Like, I'm like, oh, you know, I would like to do Tomb Raider at some point. Get Crash Twinsanity done. I think you're supposed to grab that after, yeah. I can just do that then. Fuck it. Like Tomb Raider 1, you know, that's always been one I wanted to do. I even tried doing it back in the day, too, actually. Funny enough. I don't have anything that would show that I did. There might have been, like, slight mention of it. I've been playing... Okay, real quick. I've been playing so much Postal Brain Damage that those Skull and Bones looked like dicks. I'm not kidding. But anyway. So... yeah, like, Tomb Raider sounds fun for a little bit. That kind of thing. There's always just like something I want to do extra. And I will tell you guys right now, I am planning on hopefully doing Doom next after this. But I gotta get room for it because Doom Dark Ages takes up 90 gigs. Now, granted, you know, if it's that bad, if I can't make that much space, which I'm sure I can find a way to do it, I can. It's just like, I don't want to delete Uncharted because I still have that to do for hardcore and stuff. So that's partly why I don't want to delete it just yet, even though it's like 40 gigs big, which is stupid, but it is what it is, I guess. It just means I need to, you know, get off my ass and actually work on hardcore and content, huh? It's just having to re-download everything all the time. That's what kind of sucks, but I'll try to get Doom Dark Ages going soon. I might even just decide to record it today because even though I bitch about it all the time, like, oh, I'm just doing nothing all day but recording stuff, this is going to be one of those days where I consider it a free day where I'm just going to do whatever. So recording's probably most likely going to be a part of that. So, I mean, just saying, you guys might get to see some Doom soon. But by soon, it could be middle of next week type thing. Like, who knows? You know? There's always a chance that... Because, like, I already have units done. I already have it completely, fully done. So for those that are interested in my Undernight content, then... you get to at least get to see it fully finished. Except for, like, the new character that's coming out, because I don't have access to her yet. Because she has not come out yet. And I don't remember when she comes out. So I should probably look that up some point. And then, yeah, for Shadow Warrior, I do still want to continue doing it, though. But if I do it, I'm going to switch to controller instead, as lame as that sounds. Mainly because, I don't know why, there's just certain games like Bioshock Infinite and Shadow Warrior I feel like I play better when I'm doing it than other ways. I think the box I might have missed was probably either one of those Tana boxes that I didn't collect, which is most likely the case. Or maybe that Nitro crate in the beginning and you gotta blow it up beforehand. I don't know. Who cares? We're not really going through this 100% anyway. We're just kind of just playing and having fun. So, for me, I'm here to basically just play, do like maybe 5 videos of this, and we just kind of move on from it. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, my completionist feelings are like, yeah, I really want to do this, but who knows? Maybe there might be one day where I decide to do, like, a Crash Marathon thing, and then I end up getting to Crash 4, like this one, specifically, and I'm like, alright, we'll try to 100%, or something, you know? That sort of thing. Because honestly, 100% of this game is a pain in the ass. I mean, if I got all the gems, that'd be one thing. But getting everything is just a nightmare. And man, I'm telling you, Tana levels screw me up so bad because all I think is like, oh god, there's probably a box nearby. You know, something like that. It sucks. Also, here's another Crash 2 thing because we don't really get to... Yeah, Crash 3 I don't think even had... Yeah, I'd never had jet boards in it. No reason to really break the checkpoint. There's a bonus right here, but eh. I guess it's one of those, like, oh, if you're speedrunning, you're not trying to 100%, then maybe you would do that. But even back then, like, even, like, Crash 2 and 3, I think, even had boxes like that, too, didn't it? Where it's like, oh, here's this. Here's this random checkpoint just randomly next to a bonus stage. I never understood the point of that. Because, again, you get a checkpoint after you beat a bonus stage. Whether or not you've gotten all the boxes or not doesn't matter. As long as you get to the platform, you're fine. As long as you know, do what I just did there, where I just leave from the platform, more specifically. I assume most people who watch my channel by now probably are most likely familiar with Crash. To some extent, so I'm not going to try to, you know, over-explain everything again like I normally do. I'll try not to. That was always kind of like a slightly tricky one. Gotta make sure there's no boxes up ahead. Or up above. Hold on. How did that happen? Like, he didn't break the box, I don't think. Like, I don't think he can break the box. Shows what I know, I guess, right? Oh, come on! That's... Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, please don't trap me now. Okay, that was dumb. I should not have done that. Now I lost my Aku mask. Oh, never mind. I get it back. We got one more chance, one more life to basically lose. And after that, I lose out on the clear gem, so I gotta be, I guess, a little bit more careful. But luckily, this level's not too bad. And those guys, yeah, they're really annoying. Those sawfish throwing assholes are really annoying. Boop. Okay. I don't think there was more boxes up there, but there always could be. All the hidden gems right there, so that's a good thing we got that. That's the main thing you really want to look out for is like hidden gem stuff. Okay, here we go. So, just don't die here. Which is fairly a lot easier to do in Crash 4, I feel like, in comparison to Crash 2. Although Crash 2 had a lot less obstacles, so I guess technically speaking, Crash 2 would probably be the easier one to jetboard through. In all technicality, I guess, but I don't know, something about like this game's movement, it feels nice. Which is funny, because speaking of movement stuff, I recently discovered that people did not like the jetboard as much, or not jetboard, the jetpack back in Crash 2. They thought it felt really weird and wonky. And even though I will admit, it does feel a little weird and wonky, yeah, but I think I've just gotten so used to it, I just don't think about it to that extent. Because to me, it's just like, it's just Crash's jetpack. And then I will agree wholeheartedly that Crash 4, as in Wrath of Cortex jetpack, is a bit better. So I'm not against that by any means. Yeah, I mean, surprisingly enough, I do actually enjoy Wrath of Cortex a bit. Certain levels I don't like, which are going to be the obvious, you know, ball levels, and then I'm sure probably more than likely the obvious other levels that just kind of stink a little bit. But for the most part, I like Crash Wrath. I should have not broken that checkpoint box because we are now out of checkpoint, so I gotta do all that over again if I'm not careful. Yeah, that's the thing though. That one, of course. If there's any time a bouncy crate ever in a Crash game, make sure you take it. Okay, yeah, I gotta do it all over again. No, we don't. Oh. Okay, I could have sworn we did. Alright, cool. I'll take that. Also, I like how whenever you use the mask, it actually switches between, like, head or arms or whatever. That's really cool. Just in case. Because if I was making Crash 4 this hard, I would have done that. I would have made a box up there that has to be, like, an invisible, like, you know, change box type thing or something. That's what I would have done. Dick move, yeah, but still. So I kind of forgot the topic I was talking about for a second there. It happens. Oh yeah, Wrath of Cortex. I like Wrath of Cortex. Trying to think what levels. Like, it's funny because I remember somebody was talking about how the game has too many vehicle sections. And it's like, you think that has it bad? I mean, like, I thought that, you know, Crash 3 had it pretty bad when it comes to vehicle stuff. I don't mind Crash 4's vehicles much. And I don't really feel like it has nearly as much as Crash 3, but that's just me, I guess. It could be because, like, I had a worse time when it came to Crash 3's vehicles. Or at least I felt like it. By the way, I don't hate Crash 3. I'm just saying, like, I don't really care to do all the non-platform levels that much. Because World 1, for example, has damn near three whole non-platforming sections levels. Which is just insane for, like, the very beginning world. Like, to me, if I were making Crash 3, I would have made it to where, at the very least, World 1 would have, at the very least, just 3 platform sections. I mean, you know, I get that they wanted to show off the vehicle stuff back then, and that's fine and dandy, but they kind of went a little extreme. By vehicle stuff, I mean, I'm also counting, of course, you know, underwater sections. Even though there's, like, only 2 underwater levels in Crash 3, as far as I remember. Even then, it's still kind of a bit of non-platforming sections when you're doing World 1, for example, like I said. That's where it gets kind of big there. Wow, this sucks. Yeah, the idea is, as you saw earlier, you're supposed to kind of lead them into the mines, but I unfortunately did not do that fast enough. Now, I think for Crash 3, I think the devs became a little bit more obsessed with showing off the tech. And again, I don't hate Crash 3, just saying that I kind of wish there was a lot more platformy sections than we got. That's all. Alright, so boss fight time. And all you have to do, realistically, is just get these rats to land right in the tentacles. It's not a hard boss, but I probably will die if I'm not careful. As is with anything, of course. And just, all you gotta really do is just rotate around, let them chase you around, and either let the tentacle fall on top, or at the very least, you know, make it run into it. And honestly, this gives me a... I don't know why, but this boss fight just feels like a Sly Cooper boss fight. Like, it feels like I just worked there. More so than Crash, I guess. And no need for the Nitro break, because, well... yeah, I mean, we got everything, pretty much. Alright, cool. Once again, missed the death ones, but that's fine. Alright, now on to the purple mask guy. This is now our tornado spin, because they changed out the upgrades for masks, which are very level dependent, which, to be fair, if you think about it, not having an upgrade does make sense. Because levels, like, or upgrades back in the day, if you really think about it, were only useful, like, especially in Crash 3, they were only really useful for, like, very specific situations. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, double jump and tornado spin are awesome, and are useful in pretty much just about everything. Like, you can use them anywhere you wanted to. I'm just saying that, like, the devs made it to where there are specific levels that do, you know, require this to, like, double jump or tornado spin to do a thing. That's what I'm getting at. So, having a game like this where it's like, yeah, well, you don't have upgrades anymore, but you do have these masks that are level dependent, does make a lot more sense that they decided to go with that decision instead of just making it to where... yeah, that was my bad. Instead of just making it to where, like, okay, you know, now you get these upgrades that we're not going to really ever use very much, except for, like, 1 or 2 spots. And it kind of gives them, I guess, a bit more freedom of deciding where things go, maybe. Like, they can easily just make more things for things like this, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It makes sense in my head, but that's me we're talking about. So to describe how... I forget his name. It's not Lulu Lau, is it? I forget. Anyway, so how... when it comes to tornado stuff, it's... actually, it kind of is hard to describe, but... the way I would word it is like, alright, so you do a jump, and then you spin, and then you do a jump right after. Like, it keeps... you spin at, like, not the peak of your jump, but, like, before you are going up. It's kind of like a slide spin jump from back in the day kind of thing. Or, like, where you would, you know, slide spin to sort of, I guess, cancel your slide kind of thing. So, like, that type of stuff. Just more so jumpy specific. Yeah, you gotta kill that guy with a tornado, though. Alright, so here's where things are gonna get kind of annoying. Because, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know where every box is located most of the time. Usually when I play this level, I've 100% it before, but I don't remember dead offhand where everything's at. And you gotta destroy those with the tornado spin. If Brio decides to make these things come back to life. And I gotta find where the exclamation thing was at, which I missed it somewhere. And it might be too late now because... I mean, there's really technically no way back. I mean, yeah, there is. Okay. I could have sworn it was, like, over here somewhere where you have to... Can you guys just hear my controller breaking? It sounds like it is. Okay, I'm confused. Where the hell... where the hell would it even be at, then? Maybe it's... I should know this. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. I mean, maybe it's... no, it's not back there, though. Where the hell is it? Oh, well. Screw it. Whatever. It's probably... because I don't remember. It's probably hiding somewhere that I just cannot see or I just completely missed. That'd be my guess. Well, it's not like it matters now to get all the boxes because, well, you can't. And the game does not punish you for not getting all the boxes, thank goodness. Punish you by means of, like, Crash 1, where, you know, the boxes will fall on top of your head and you gotta wait, like, 20 minutes. The damn things to stop. Kind of forgot that the mask was off, so, oops. I was making some weird jumps there, getting kind of scared. I'll still go for as many boxes as I can, because even though I probably can't get the all-box gem, at the very least I can get the Wumpa Fruit, you know, potentially. Okay, good, we got that, thank God. I was going to say, how the hell are we going to do that, because we have to slam. I think we're supposed to come up here first. there we go. Okay, that was a bad idea, but it's fine. I had Naku for it, so it's all good in the hood. Okay, that sucks. Yeah. There might be a way to do it. Of course. I think the rest might have been nitros. I don't know. No, I think the rest were, what I think they... Yeah, God damn it. They wore what I think they wore. I like how in the background for a second there, you could see the frame rate on the shadows being much less. Just classic platformer thingies to save memory or whatever. I may not be a game dev, but I have dabbled in a small, tiny bit of it before. Even though I'm sure some people would probably consider RPG Maker not really a game dev thing, but some people do, I guess. I kind of do to an extent. Still making a game. You're still kind of playing with game-making tools, even though it's not extreme. So, I don't remember there being a fork in the road here. I think there's only, realistically, just this. So, I think we're fine. Also, just gonna say this right now, I might record quite a bit for... Oh, I guess my internet's off, I guess. I might record for a bit today, but... Fair warning, I am... Game... I don't give a fuck about the network. I don't need to be online to play Crash 4. Okay, I guess it's back now. Anyway, so... I got a lot of... I got enough sleep last night. I did. I mean, I kind of went to bed a little bit later than usual, but even then, I went to bed like 1 or something. Regardless of when I went to bed, I got enough sleep. But the problem is, I did not get enough rest, if you catch my drift. I've been having trouble with that, it seems, recently, where I'll just... Like, I can sleep, you know, I can go to sleep. I can put my brain to sleep. But the motherfucker, you know, I still wake up shitty, and then just everything else. And I kind of think it's because, you know, the constant nightmares are not probably going to help. But, oh well. And the heat, too, I might add. It's so fucking hot all the time. Like, just in general, like, in my room and everything. So, it's a combination of, I guess, both, probably. But I don't think the nightmares really matter much. I usually just kind of wake up and like, oh, that was kind of cool. Just go about my day. That's the thumbnail. How did I even get hit? I mean, the bitch didn't even hit me. What is with this game's hitboxes? Am I just seeing things, or am I actually just that blind? This is some God of War Ascension level bullshit, if you ask me. Where, like, I can't see a damn thing because the game's camera's too fucking up your ass. Am I crazy for thinking that games need to have... Oh, okay. Am I crazy for thinking that games need... Like, if you're gonna have crates like this, and they're just hidden within, like... I don't know, shadows or something. Like, they're hidden right in front of, like, brown-colored areas that kind of blend the boxes in. Like, if that's just a constant... Am I in the wrong for thinking that that shouldn't happen? I don't know. I feel like I've got some reasoning there. Some sound reasoning, I feel. It just always seems kind of weird that they would do that. That's my problem with games that look way too colorful sometimes, depending on the game in question. Like, if there's a collectible I need to go collect, and you have, like, this super bright, colorful area, everything's gonna blend... Like, this path right now... Everything to me is just blended in. I'm not even colorblind. There's just so much shit going on. I didn't mean to squeak like that, but there's so much shit going on all the time that it's just, it's overriding all my senses, I guess. Maybe I am just autistic. I don't know. But either way, like, it bothers me so much. Oh my god, Tana, please. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm not a true gamer. I don't know. It could be a number of things, but regardless, it just bugs the hell out of me. Like, I can't tell what's going on half the time unless I just knew it was there beforehand. That'd be the only way to realistically tell. And like I said, God of War Ascension kind of does the same shit for like a little bit because they have the camera right in front of your... I said it was right in front of your ass, but that's not actually true. It's actually away from your ass. Yeah, the camera's not anywhere to be found most of the time in that game. Of course I did. Of course I would. That's probably why I like older games so much, because they don't have to have an art style that's just too bright and too colorful all the time. Like, in your face. Like I said, there's nothing inherently wrong with having bright, colorful stuff. Depends on what game you're doing. But I'm just getting at, like, if you have collectibles like this, like brown collectibles, and then you have a level design that's, like, colored in brown and, like, this, you know, red tint or whatever that's going on. I kind of want to be able to see where my goddamn boxes are at. Where the boxes start and where the level design ends. I don't know. Could be anywhere. And then, of course, they do the cheeky thing that Crash 4 does, where it's like, alright, you know what? We'll hide the boxes off screen. Which, that's not a problem, because, I mean, a lot of Crash games do that anyway, so... I don't think you need to blow up all of them at once. Like, yeah, I was gonna say, I think they all just go. But I'm kind of used to old Crash, where I feel like most TNT crates just wouldn't blow up. Like that, so... Yeah. God, how much of this level do we have left to go through? Holy moly. I was not paying attention. My bad. No, that was on me. Don't worry. I'll admit it. I admit fault. I'm not that much of an asshole, I promise. Ugh. Oh, I thought the platforms fall down. I was going to say, I could have sworn. And I think the hidden gem, I think, is back over here, actually. Unless we already got it. We did get it. What am I talking about? That might be the inverted level that does that then. Maybe. Yeah, like I'm over here looking off in the distance, looking at things to like the left and right, thinking like, oh, there might be something over there, and there's never really anything over there. I thought you said it was your fault and you're blaming the game. Yeah. Pretty much. No, I'm not blaming the game for that. I don't know. That fall was my fault 100%. The game did not fuck me on that one. I promise. I'll tell you when the game fucks me. And most of the time it doesn't. It's just usually a case of me being kind of dumb. A really good example of things that just are way too intensive, I guess, for the graphics side of things, I would argue the Spyro remaster. I can play Spyro 1 all day and have no problems with Spyro 1, the original, on PS1. But you get me to play Spyro 1 on a remaster, which, don't get me wrong, having Sparks tell me where gems are is great. Spyro Remaster is technically, like, in all honesty, the better version. Same thing with Crash Trilogy. Like, it's the better game because everything's just much nicer, much better, all that. At least with Crash Trilogy, the graphics look perfect, too. Like, the whole, like, everything about it looks nice. So it's not just like a, it's not like a, oh, a remastered problem, you know. No, it's a game art style decision. And for some odd-ass reason, they went with the decision for Spyro to make everything super fucking bright all the time. And, because, I mean, it's Spyro, right? Like, everything's supposed to be bright and colorful. I get that, but back in the day, everything that was a solid color just kind of worked. It didn't have to blend into the environment all the time. Like, you could tell when a green gem was in the grass because you can easily tell it's a gem. Compared to, like, Spyro, the remastered version, where now all of a sudden I can't tell what a green gem is because the grass is so fucking huge. And on top of that, they're basically the same goddamn color, so it makes it even harder. That's all I'm getting at. But don't get me wrong, once again, you know, I still like Crash 4. For the most part, I still like the Spyro Trilogy, and I love Crash Trilogy, for sure. And weirdly enough, as much as I love Crash 1, yes, I still like Crash 1. As much as I like Crash 1, like the original PS1 one, I would still prefer playing the Trilogy version, only because of the box thing, where you don't have to die, you know, with the boxes or whatever. I'm so glad that that was something they kind of, quote-unquote, fixed. More so fixed, but changed, I should say. If they kept it the same like they did back in the day, I'm sure most people probably would have hated it, but I wouldn't have cared. Well, I mean, Not that I wouldn't have cared, but just more so like, it would have been cool to have that as a change. So, kind of glad we did. Alright, this part coming up. There you go. I was gonna say, it's kind of a tricky bitch to get through. I think this is the level. What level is this again? I forgot. That's not gonna tell me. I think this is the level that you have to go through the entire thing without breaking boxes to get the blue gem. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire! See, that right there was my fault. I can't blame the devs anymore for anything like that happening. Like, oh, I didn't know where that platform ended or where it began, or I didn't realize where I was at on the Z-axis because I can't tell. Well, you see, the thing is, you can tell. Because the game not only has this platform right here to kind of help you out, I guess, but at the same time, you could tell because there's a ring underneath Crash. So that basically is just an indicator of where you're going to fall. And I love that, actually. I do like that a lot. Believe it or not. I do think that's a nice quality of life thing to have. And I don't mind quality of life as long as it doesn't just completely ruin a game, which usually never typically does. I'm sure there's some out there that do, but for the most part, nothing really comes to mind that I would... What? Okay. Nothing really comes to mind that I would say that's like, oh my god, I wish they never did that. I wish they never did that. I guess if anything, I mean, it's not really a quality of life change, but back to the Spyro Remaster Trilogy thing, and its art style getting completely changed up. That's not really what I would consider a quality of life upgrade. I'm talking about like just mechanically speaking type stuff. Not just, you know, oh, the art design changed or whatever. I think there's like a trophy for hitting all the gongs, but I'm pretty sure I missed probably a couple by now. Wouldn't be surprised. I was about to say something dumb like, man, you know, like we're using a mask. Like, wouldn't it be neat if said mask had the ability where if I were to get hit, I would lose the mask instead of like dying if I don't have an Aku? And it's kind of dumb too, because it's like, well, then how are you supposed to platform the rest of the level if you're missing the mask, stupid? And it's like, yeah, that's a good point. I think there is well, there's a box right there. I could have sworn there's another box hiding. I guess not. Yeah, so going back to much earlier topic, but if I miss anything, it's because I can't see shit. And maybe it's an age thing, sure. I don't know, but I feel like I can't be the only one. I'm not that old either. I mean, hell, like, God of War Ascension came out in 2013. I was... God, I don't remember how old, but 19 when that game came out, and I still struggled to see what the fuck was going on. And even back then, I was like, oh, I think I'm just getting old, man. I can't play these games anymore. I'm getting too old for this shit. It's like, dude, you're like 19. Okay, so this bonus section's a little tough. Not impossible, just it kind of gives me grievances every once in a while. And yeah, if you do happen to hit the dragon while in spinning form, they'll just knock you back. Okay, so to get that box up there, there's like a couple of ways of doing it. And that is not the way of doing it. I think you're supposed to jump from that crate that's below it. And then you can use that to kind of like do that delay jump thing that I keep doing. Where I do that. I believe that's how you're supposed to do it. Alright, I'm going to let these things blow up and I'm going to take the chance right after. I'm going to let the dragon go by. I was not paying attention. Another thing that I guess doesn't really help is the fact that like my TV is kind of small. So, excuses, yes. Yeah, I think you're supposed to use that to do the jump we need. What the... Can I please... Okay, so it's funny how like every once in a while the dragon will hit me, but then every so often it won't. I don't know. No, I think it's the second dragon that you actually get hit by. So what's the point of the first dragon then, besides just... Oh, it just blocks. Ah, okay. I fucked up. There's still, I think, a chance to get up there, though. Okay, never mind. I thought I could use him for... I mean, you could probably do that. It does give you a secondary jump. Oh, well, fuck it. We'll have to try it again. So, yeah, this is probably where the videos are going to get much longer now, too, actually. Or, I mean, it's going to take us not as long to get through the games I thought it would. 'Cause I honestly thought that this would be, like, just a run-of-the-mill 4-video or 5-episode thingy. But, honestly... Okay, now I'm getting a little irritated here. If I had not coup for this, this would be much easier to get through. But that's the thing with Crash... Oh my fucking god. Yeah, I just feel like my controller's about to break every 5 seconds. That's PS5 controllers for you. You just feel like they're just crunching. Like, remember back in the day with PS3 and those tiny little plastic bastards? Those things always felt like they're gonna break. That's funny too, because like people back then were like, "Yeah, 360 controllers are much better than PS3," and it's like, they're a lot bulkier, sure, but they also feel fucking plastic as shit too. I know, I have 2 of them. I would know. Okay, you know we could have just done this actually to get rid of most of that nitro crate crap. Oh well. I wasn't paying attention to it. I'm used to nitro, you know, buttons being at the end of a level rather than being inside of a bonus stage. Bonus stage. Do you guys want to see me play Donkey Kong Bonanza and just say, "Oh, banana," every time I get a fucking banana? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to add the profanity to that, but I find it so annoying when I was watching Dark Side Phil. I know. It's like, well, you're watching Phil nowadays. Like, yeah, I know. I've admitted this before in the past, but Phil, back then, like his earlier content, you know, I could find some humor in it. But Phil nowadays, like, I don't know. I didn't really watched him much back then. I'm just saying, like, there's definitely a level of, like, okay, I can have some fun with it. You know, I forgot that I'm supposed to be using this to platform. So, my bad. Oh, fuck, what did I do that for? Like, I clearly saw the box was there, and I... Alright, this is a fun platform section right here. No, I'm being on... Don't worry, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being real with you. I kind of like... I like platform sections like that, where I can kind of use my ability to get across, and then try to, like... unclick my ability. I keep using the word "like" a lot. Do I have nothing else to say? Okay, that was my bad. Yeah, I typically die in this level, like, all the time. And I think this is a level that does not have the blue gem. I don't think this is blue gem. I don't think the game's going to tell you anyway, because it's not Crash Trilogy. Crash Trilogy would tell you, you know, oh, yeah, by the way, there's a color gem here. Ah, there it is. See that? That's your answer. Cheeky little fucks. But we got all the clear gems. So, what do you guys think? Go back and try it again, this time without breaking boxes? Oh, God. Yeah, even Crash was like, really? I mean, we beat the level, bro. Let's go. Come on. You know, we got things to do. Like, fuck that noise. Okay, there. I was going to say, how are you supposed to get past that first one? And now I have no Akus. Unless I die constantly, and then I get some. Alright, so, yeah, once again, it's just like Crash 2, where you need to not break boxes in order to get the blue gem. And it's funny how, like, even I noticed that, because I never noticed that back then. I never looked at the end level thing to see that, oh, there is a thing that does tell you, straight up, that yes, you need to get through here without breaking boxes. You can kind of skip this part right here, though. Unfortunately, there's no checkpoints. I'll get this a one go. If I can't do this in one go, I'll probably consider it something to avoid for now, I guess, or just not bother with, for the sake of a Let's Play. Yeah, make sure you're very careful with your hover there, Because that's really easy to mess that up. Speaking of being careful. Just in case, I want to get rid of them. Good news is, I can get that. Although, in all technicality, I mean, you can still die and get the blue gem. I'm pretty sure that most likely, you know, if you want to get blue gem first. Fuck! Alright. I'm pretty sure if you want to get blue gem first, you probably could, and then die like you did back in Crash 2, and then go back. What level was this again? Depending on what level it is, I'll decide whether or not we do it or... Alright, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Why not? Alright, so anyway, hopefully that was fun and enjoyable for you guys as well. I could always off-screen blue gem if I really wanted to, but it's so annoying, man. It's such an annoying level. Either way, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for some more Crash 4. And of course, as always, take care, everybody.